Hello explorers, how are you doing today? How has your week been so far? I hope things are going fine. I wanted to share with you a brief introduction into mindfulness because I do use it a lot in my work with my clients, and I do bring it to their attention to support them reduce stress, reduce overwhelm, recover from anxiety, and build a really good mental resilience muscle. But the way that mindfulness is quite different in building resilience and having that attitude of I can get through this, I can cope, I can keep performing at work, I can keep raising my children, I can keep looking after my parents, whatever the demands are in your life, leading your staff, leading your people. The different quality that mindfulness brings to your resilience, your ability to bounce back, is that it brings a level of self-awareness to what your needs are, because when you look after yourself first and you look after yourself well, then all the other things that are on your to-do list and responsibility list are easier. You'll have more energy, you'll have more vitality. What we absolutely know over the last 20 years of research into mindfulness is that it uses the mental muscle in such a way, it develops neural pathways that enable you to be more focused, more considered, have a greater sense of clarity. It enables you to look after your health and well-being. It helps you reduce your worries, reduce stress and anxiety, improve the quality of your sleep. And yes, it's another one of those fantastic tools that is considered to be a soft skill, but my goodness, it delivers on results. It really does. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness, look at these two. Is your mind full of everything you have to do, whether it's to service the car, meet deadlines at work, get the laundry done, pay all the bills, read all the mail, open all the mail, walk the dog? What are the things that are in your head all the time? What is the quality of noise and busyness in your head? It helps you notice that and actually notice, is that good for you or not good for you? When you look at the other picture, I'm not just inviting you to be jealous of the dog and go, wow, if I was in the park, I wish I just feel my feet on the ground and have the warmth of the sun on my face and smell the smell of the trees and the greenery. No, it's inviting you to think about if you had headspace like that dog, 5 minutes, twice a day, how would that improve the quality of your life? What would that give you? Along with the many things that it does actually, I want to introduce this concept of George Miller's magic number. So he was one of the first people quite a long time ago to suggest that you can measure the impact of the quantity of thoughts on us every day. And he measured that between 5 to 7 plus or minus chunks of information we can handle. Any more than that we flip into overwhelm. Now, how do you know that you're overwhelmed? You can act out of character. You can be a bit short with other people, dismissive. You can feel very, very pressurized and pushed on time. And not have time for your relationship. So start to disconnect, not just with other people around you, but potentially with yourself. Now this brings me to invite you to consider autopilot. Our autopilots are really, really useful. They help us be highly efficient, highly effective and highly skilled in a repetitive way so that we're really using our unconscious minds to help us perform well. And as I said, this can be at a highly skilled level. The downside of autopilot is when we rely on it too much, and so much so that we're disconnected from ourselves. Life's just taking us back, passing us by, work's taking control of us, and we are just no longer ourselves. We are squeezed into having no time for anybody else, no time to manage our well-being, no time to build, improve, or even have and create relationships. Then this is a sign that you're relying on autopilot and you're potentially overwhelmed. Another sign that maybe you're doing too much autopilot is you're listening to your negative self-talk a lot. So that negative inner critic coming in and saying, you're not good enough, you can't do it, there are not enough hours in the day, pushing you, driving you, forcing you, to the point that you've got your own inner bully impacting on the quality of your work, the quality of your relationships, the quality of your sleep, increasing your sense of worry and concern. So what mindfulness can do is give you a pathway towards self-awareness, towards making good decisions and choices for yourself, so that you can continue to be your best self in all the places that you're invited to exist. Work, family, friends, hobbies, relationships, health. So what is mindfulness then? Mindfulness is a meditative practice, a very simple, straightforward one that invites you to develop self-awareness by paying attention to your breath coming into your body and leaving your body, and just paying attention and focusing on the breath coming in and out enables you to be in the here and now. Not your head away into the future doing full catastrophe living, but bringing you into the here and now, where you can have a sense of peace, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. You're worth it, you matter. 5 minutes of peace. So by using the breath to focus and anchor us in the here and now, what that also does is it develops neural pathways in your brain where you increase the gap between being triggered and reacting to situations, people, places, events, stress, pressure, to creating a gap that enables you to think and have a moment, that nanosecond where you can make a better choice and a good decision. So the word mindfulness, when it's translated from Hindi, actually is heartfulness. It's about bringing a heart full of compassion to yourself in your worlds and in your lives, so that you can use the quality of self-compassion to inspire you and motivate you to achieve more in your life. It will help you develop your self-worth and increase your sense of being nurtured and your vitality, give you more energy through this gentle, positive self-care. It's like a mini break for the mind. Peace and tranquility for a few moments a day. Oh, bliss. I've told you the benefits. It is clinically proven. There's 20 years of research come out of Oxford University into this. It's fantastic. I'll put some references to some great books in the comments box. But what I want you to do is focus on this slide and focus on where you use the breath as an anchor. And then the nature of the mind is just for your mind to wander. Then you notice your mind's wandered. So when you notice your mind's wandered, you then pay attention to how you've judged that. Have you judged yourself to be wrong, bad, imperfect in some way? Notice that judgment, because where else do you do that? That might be an area to change. Return to the breath. Continue with the breath. Bring yourself back into the here and now. So that is the cycle, letting go of judging. Just bring self-compassion to the practice and just do that. And the more you practice, the less your mind will wander, the more focused you'll be, and the healthier and happier you will be too. Any questions, put them in the comments box. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed listening to this. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know about other things that you'd like me to cover as well. Okay, explorers, that's all for now. That's your bite-sized introduction to mindfulness. Off you go and explore it a bit more for yourselves. Practice it and reap the benefits and rewards.